play. You know, it's like it was one of those like, man, well, like all my friends are gonna go play. I want to go play with my friends, you know. So it is
really
very
cool if you did.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Clear the table, grab the dice. Grizzly and Jesse are in the house. Welcome to Rolling Recklessly, where the battle lines meet the sky. May your crips be high, may your pain never dry, and your rolls be ever reckless.
All right, guys, welcome back to Rolling Recklessly, the Warhammer podcast where the great games create great stories and great communities give them a home. I'm your host, Grizzly, and I'm here with my co-host today,
Scarecrow Pope.
And today, we're in an episode that I've been looking to for quite a while. Over the past year, we've had an opportunity to attend multiple events hosted by A House of Hobbies. From Scorched Earth Open to the House of Hobbies 3-man teams tournament, and now the Green Banner is right around the corner. And it's safe to say they've become a huge part of our Age of Sigmar journey. But today isn't about battle plans, it's not about tournament standings, it's not about event packets, and it's about the people who are behind all of it. Joining us today are the founders of House of Hobbies, Joel and Erica. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
No, man. Thank you guys for jumping on. I'm super excited to have you guys on. You guys have played like a big part of like I said, mine and Jesse's like little Age of Sigmar journey. It's been a lot of fun. You guys provided like a really like fun community for us.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys typically capture like, you know, new attendees into your events, but it was recommended just randomly to us by our good friend Zach. Not the Zach that you guys know, but the Zach in Team Reckless. And he just, you know, was like, hey, we should try this out. You know, we haven't played competitively yet. And we just went out on a limb and went to the event. And it was such a good time. And we met a lot of cool people. And it just seems like from that point, from the Scorched Earth Open, is when our journey kind of just exploded out of just playing me and Robert.
100%.
Was that your guys' first tournament? Was Scorched Earth?
It was
our first GT.
Wow, you guys went straight into a GT. You guys were like, screw these one days.
Yeah. You're like, go big or go home.
The outlet popped up basically for us. It was like, hey, do you want to do this? Our friend Zach said, hey, this is like this. It's for a charity, so we should do this. And we jumped straight in.
Yeah. Robert started in 3rd edition. I started in 4th edition, like with the Skaven type box. So we're as green as it can be. And that's what this podcast was trying to capture. It's like what it's like as a normal person to go out there and try to play Warhammer Age of Sigmar, play it publicly, play it competitively, play it with strangers. Like, so your guys' event, House of Hobbies as a body, as a collective, has really helped us expand our player base and our knowledge. And yeah, we credit you guys a lot in our show on this journey. And it's just crazy because, you know, our next episode is going to be that we're more ready than ever. And it's just, it couldn't be more true than it is now. Like you said, we jumped right in at the GT. We didn't know that was like the next up. We didn't know about RTT. We didn't know about like these little one day off things. So yeah, so we jumped right in and by becoming comfortable with the tournament, like, you know, environment and the brutal 5 days over 2 days, and like letting that just like we just became comfortable with it. It made us like go, okay, we can keep doing events. And now like it almost feels like the scene would be missing something if we didn't show up. And I know I almost went to this without Robert, and just the gentlest nudge from Joel got him into the tournament. And I was just like, this is why these guys are here, to get people engaged.
No, dude, Zach like cold messaged me. He's like, hey, man, I noticed you didn't sign up for the team's tournament. Jesse signed up. I'm like, you know, basically what he told me. I was like, well, I just got to make sure like everything's straight for now, because like you guys have been prepping for this for what, like a few months now, yeah?
Yeah, the prep for each one of the tournaments, especially the GTs, it's probably 2 months of prep. And then like the last 2 weeks is kind of hectic, making sure we get everything set up and whatnot. But I don't think you might be the first people I know that have gone straight to a GT and not done an RTT. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. I didn't know that.
We did a spearhead tournament at Funkatronics.
That doesn't count.
Like September.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts.
We went from spearhead tournament to GT,
right away. Yeah.
I do have to say it's really cool to hear someone else's story in getting into the activity, because we never, I mean, we never really know how far reaching that word of mouth and that peer pressure, like you called it, is how effective it is until we have people sign up and show up and we get to meet people face to face. So what's happening in discords and in chats and at stores, we don't really get to see or hear all of that. So that's really cool to hear that marketing and that engagement happening.
I think that's the big thing is you guys like engage, and you guys are like like I said, you guys are real likable. You make the like scene very comfortable. You know, I can see there were certain times you're like, they should have been more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like there's times like,
yeah, we definitely
like, yo man, this should have been better. And I was like, well, I played this out. It wasn't better. No, this should have been better.
If our name's gonna be on it, I definitely want it to stand out. I don't want it to be, because there's a lot of RTTs that you can go to, right? I've been to a lot of RTTs that aren't House of Hobbies, and you typically get there and you play your 3 games, you go home, you're done, right? But I try to pride myself on making them a little bit more special, whether we do like some sort of themed mini game every single time or something, just so that way when you see that we host it on the title, that it's like, oh, House of Hobbies is doing this. It's there's a lot more cool stuff than just play 3 games and go home. So
I think of like the void that would be there if you guys just like hung it up one day. Like it would be like, oh man, like who do we go to now for this?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I will say I'm not sure. We currently at this moment we aren't hosting the Smite tournament. That's in, what is it?
End of August.
Yeah. So this will be the first
My
one
fault.
we haven't hosted.
My fault.
Yeah,
my grandmother is turning 100.
Wow.
Okay. That's like
so
like an achievement.
That took priority. We got it. My grandma's turning 100.
So you get like the little pop up here. It's like 100 achievement. Like solid.
And 40K, they give people like a huge banner when they get to like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
So I don't know who's going to run Smite, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But it'll be our first unhosted GT in Arizona in the last 2 years. So
you guys host all the GTs out here? You guys host all the GTs?
It's been gradual. It's been a gradual acceptance of responsibility. Because it definitely did not start out this way.
We host Scorched, we host Smite, we host our own 3-man tournament now, and then now Green Banner. So we're
we've
kind
got
of a name
Gamers
in
Guild
Arizona
GTs
right now.
too.
Yeah, and then you guys do RTs too, right? Like you guys host like an RT like every so months.
We try to have something per month.
That's like a chill one, huh? That one's
typically do
money.
Typically two a month. So we do a tabletop wargaming one and a Gamers Guild one. So
I did see you
guys. We're busy.
You guys have one in like 2 weeks after the Green Banner tournament, I believe.
On 7-11, it's Slurpee Day. Slurpees and slaughter.
Slurpee tournament.
All right. I like it.
We already have a mini game picked out.
Do you? Nice. I will say, like you said, that was your goal. Is like you want all of your tournaments to be like, hey, this was a House of Hobbies tournament. And so far, from my experience, like I can tell every single time it's looked really good. As like I said, I tried to build a community. It is really hard, and you guys do a great job at it. And I think no, definitely not. I think it's one of those things that people like forget when you're actually like building a community. Is somebody actually has to organize all the events, answer all the questions, welcome all the new players, do all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And you guys, you do like I can only imagine what your Discord DMs.
Well, and we have to give credit where credit is due. The community has helped the community grow. I mean,
we're only as good as our people,
we would not be able to do what we do without the other members who have been with us since the beginning. We've got great team members who jump in, they help TO, they help set up. We've got an amazing team of great people who also want to see the community grow. So it's not just us doing all of it. We've got great people who are a part of the House of Hobbies crew.
You guys, you definitely do. You guys, like, when I think Arizona House, like, Age of Sigmar, like, bro, you guys, it's right there. You guys are what, like purple, black, and gold, right? Like, bro, it's right there. It pops up like when I'm thinking of Arizona Age of Sigmar, it's House of Hobbies is like the next word. You know what I mean? It goes right in because, like I said, you guys host the community, you guys do all that, and I think that's crazy because it's just a ton of work that you guys do for just the love of the game. You know, you gotta love it.
And I have a feeling like that most of the people that are in House of Hobbies that I've run into, like the House of Hobby members that I've played either at the GTs or at the RTs or even just casually on Friday at Gamers Guild, they are willing to meet you at your level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where when I first started this, like that first GT at Scorched Earth, I was as like green around the gills as a person could be. You know what I mean? Like somebody who just had a handful of wins on a person I've played a million times. And me and him, we were getting rules wrong all the way up to the tournament. And so it's like finding out through misplay, like what we were doing wrong. And everyone that I've played that has House of Hobbies as their, like, you know, moniker or heading, they have always met me at my level. And whether it was crushing me or having a competitive game, it's helped me get better. Whereas I always thought that playing competitively was just a way to make yourself feel bad.
It's like pup stomping. Yeah, you're either going to get pup stomped or
no one's going to have fun if that's the case.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I know I'm certainly not going to have fun if I just get slapped around and sent on my way.
There is sometimes where I've had those games where I'm like, oh, I feel terrible. The way this is breaking down.
And what's good too is like it cultivated me as a player to now that I have some players that I'm playing with that are a little bit newer, and it's let me become the person to come down to their level now. And I'm like, okay, see, it's almost like this whole hobby is almost kind of like passing the torch. Everyone has like somebody who got them in and then helped them get better. And then somewhere down the line, they will surpass them. Like I remember my first time just tabling Robert and him being like, what the hell? Where did this come from? And I'm like, yeah, man, I get it now.
Said I feel good. This feels great. Today we're here to talk about House of Hobbies, the people behind it.
Yep.
I want to hear you guys' stories and talk about the Arizona Age of Sigmar scene that you guys have helped build really out here. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning.
Yep.
Before House of Hobbies existed, what did tabletop gaming look like for you two?
So I guess a little bit of background from me and Erica, because I think the reason we can run this stuff the way that we do is because it's kind of who we are, it's who we've been for the last 20 years, 30 years, right? So we both come from a music background, right? So Erica, cool. Erica is was an assistant principal. She's actually transitioning, but she was a band director for the longest time. How many years? 11?
13.
13 years?
8 at the high school. Yeah.
So she was a high school band director for 13 years. And me being with her, I was their drumline instructor. So we've been around groups.
So sick.
Yeah.
And so this goes all the way back to like I had just gotten out of high school. I think I was a sophomore in college. Yeah. And I was the drum major of our university's marching band, and Joel was helping as one of the drumline instructors. So we just started going from marching band to marching band teaching together as like this package deal. I did winds and he did drumline. And so we've always had like this huge investment in organizing and teaching. And it's been, really about high school kids and their marching band experience, which is also very nerdy. So the nerdiness just continued.
Yep.
Nice. So
once
real quick
COVID,
real quick question.
Yeah.
Who's the better drummer?
Oh, she wins. I'm a drummer. She couldn't drum.
Yeah,
for
no.
anything.
Trumpet player.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
she
nice.
wins.
Okay, very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
so yeah. Which,
Um,
again,
Play
package
wind?
deal.
Yeah.
Can you play a saxophone?
Can I? I mean, it's oh my gosh. The last time I picked up a saxophone was like 2 decades ago. But yeah, I mean, I can teach kids how to play the saxophone.
Very cool.
So with that, when COVID hit, it was, things kind of died down a little bit. Me and Erica were kind of winding down on she wanted to get into administration, so she was going to kind of leave the band director thing behind. And we have a Warhammer store next to us, and it was COVID, and I was like, I used to play Warhammer way back in the day. Maybe we should just go in and take a look at it. We ended up going in and picking out some Warcry models that we were just going to put on the table, and that's where we started. That's basically where it all started, and then we went from Warcry to the big game.
I do have to say, we got to back up just a little bit. Before COVID hit, you taught me how to play Magic.
Okay.
Well, sure.
I love board games. I love card games. I just my whole family is just into games. And he's like, oh, well, there's this game that we can play. And so we were doing like draft nights and
Nice.
so we were into Magic. So he was like, oh, well, it's like Magic, but with models. And I was like, well, I like painting.
Way cooler.
So he was like, well, I had these vampires when I was in middle school, and I was like, I guess I can paint things. Sure, let's try it. And so this was the COVID hobby.
Very nice. That's crazy that it exploded from a COVID hobby and it turned into all of this.
Oh yeah. The first time we went into the store, we had to you could only go in 2 at a time, and you had to sanitize your hands on the way in, and we're looking at all these models, and I was like, I like dinosaurs. Let's try Seraphon.
Let's go. I love Seraphon. That's like my new army. I'm going to focus in this Path to Glory or this GHB.
Hopefully they get a good book.
What a great hobby to get into during COVID, though.
Yeah, you can all you can do is sit at home and paint.
It's a hobby that requires so much free time, and this was a time in American history where we had so much of it.
That was one of the reasons we got into it, because we wanted to do something else. And with the Warhammer store next to us, that was it, man. I can't believe there was a Warhammer store next to us. So that's how it started. We ended up doing that. We ended up getting to bigger games. We ended up running or entering into like a league type game, tournament type thing for the Warhammer store, and that is where we met Cameron, who completely annihilated everyone.
I kind of figured how that game went.
I think he's still doing that.
Every game ever, yes, complete stomp, and yet we went back for more.
Yeah, so that's kind of where Cameron's basically the third founding person. I don't remember exactly, Erica, when we decided hey, let's start a group. Not sure how that.
So we actually hosted our very first tournament event at our house. This was for the Warhammer store. So we were going through the owner operator of the store, and he was like, hey, okay, so the store's not big enough, but we're doing this league and we want to have a big league game day at the end of it. And we're like, well, we have folding tables, you can come on over. So we literally set up a folding table in our family room and in our living room, and we had another game going in our kitchen, and we just hosted the whole day, and people played a couple games. They got in whatever games they needed to for that day. So our very first tournament hosting was in our house. And from there, there was downtime in between games. And that's when Cameron invited us to do a Warcry league, or was it Warcry or was it actually AoS at his place? So we started going to his house.
So you guys are the only people I've ever met that actually played Warcry. I know I have a bunch of them.
That's how we started. That was where we started.
I don't even know anybody who knows how to play Warcry.
Well, it's kind of a dead game now, but
It's supposed to be like Kill Team, right? Like kind of.
yeah, it's very
Like
much
the
like Kill Team.
AoS.
Spearhead's
Okay.
better now, though. Spearheads are just a better game.
Oh, way better. Way better.
But yeah, I think that's it. And then I think we just kind of formed a little bit of a crew between Cameron's group of friends and us, and we just kind of
We were
started
just playing so consistently.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? We should just come up with a group. And then I was like, kind of like played around with the ideas here and there. But I wanted to. I didn't want. There's a lot of team names right now that are like, I mean, Season of War is a good team name. But there's a lot of them that are
super sick name.
like a lot of them that are specific to the hobby, right? And like AoS coach, right? That's a good example.
Yeah.
I wanted something to where, like, if we're going to build and grow this, I want it to incorporate many hobbies, right? And it's not just AoS. So that's where the House of Hobbies name came in. So that way we can experiment with multiple hobbies. It doesn't have to be AoS or tabletop.
Yeah, and thinking back hindsight, I have to say that was one of the most brilliant decisions that Joel made when we were looking at names for the team, because now we've got people playing MCP in competitive scenes regularly. We've got people jumping into Legion. It also allows us to kind of encompass cosplay. Cameron's wife is an absolutely stunning digital artist, and she's done a lot to help us with logos, shirt designs, banners, like all that kind of stuff for the crew. So it really was a nice big umbrella that a lot of things can fit underneath. It just didn't have to be AoS.
I like that. That's actually really sick, because like and you're definitely gonna like it just be more inclusive. You know what I mean? Of people like you're just gonna at least draw more people in. You know what I mean? Because like you could play any type of game. I know we were kind of slacking you guys earlier for playing Legion. But no, I totally get it. That's sick. My Marvel Crisis Protocol I thought was like a pretty sick looking game.
By virtue, we're kind of the same way. We're Rolling Recklessly podcast. Like rolling dice is any game.
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of how we did come up with our names. Like it was one of those like, oh, this goes to a lot of games. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Playing recklessly with your dice is in every game.
Just recklessly. Like, let's just stop there. That encompasses a lot.
For sure. How many members is in House of Hobbies now? Do you guys know offhand?
I can tell you.
We have a spreadsheet.
We have a spreadsheet. Very cool.
We do have a spreadsheet. Well, because now we have an actual membership.
Okay. And what does that mean? What does membership mean?
Yeah. What does that come along with it?
Yeah.
So we have 33 members right now. It's a lot. It's a lot more than
That's a lot.
So we basically, and this wasn't ever the goal, but it ended up kind of blowing up a lot more than we anticipated. And we were like, we put a lot of time and money into this group, probably more than we should. But again, we're kind of used to it with the whole drumline thing. Like we spent a lot of money on that and a lot of time into that. And we got to a point where like we were, I'm probably the sole reason why we are doing this, because I don't like to run things half-assed. Like I have to go, like it's got to be the best of the best, and that's probably just me. It probably shouldn't be that way, but that's how I am. So like, so I was like, man, can we get custom dice? Let's get custom dice. I'll buy them. And then it's like, oh, well, can we get some shirts? Let's get shirts, and we'll just hand them out to people. And it's got to a point where I was just like spending so much money and time and effort into making sure that this was like the coolest club people could join. And it got to the point where I was like, all right, we gotta, even some of the members still right now are like, you guys are charging way too less for this. Like you guys do way too much.
Yeah. So and I will say it really started with kind of this general agreement that like if there's going to be this many perks throughout the year from our team, the team members should have an opportunity to contribute if they chose.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that.
So we basically do two types of memberships. We do a free membership. Anyone's welcome to join. Doesn't cost anything. You can compete at however high level you want to or not. You don't have to compete at all. We've got a bunch of wifeys that are in the group that just come and help set up or just are part of the crew. Totally fine. And then we have the other side of the membership where I think we're right now like $40 a year.
Oh,
I said $40 a month at one point, and people were like, "Oh, that's fine." And no, I was like, "No, this is for the year."
That's
So
$40 a year.
yeah.
I think
for
a
the
year.
Very nice.
You're gonna spend
so
more
it's-
than that on Jack in the Box this week.
Yeah, exactly.
dude, it's still too cheap. But that being said, I care about the community. I do a lot for this community, and I want to make sure that we thrive. But you basically, once you sign up for the paid membership, you get a jersey, you get a shirt, you get dice, you get, we try to help you out with a bunch
Markers.
of stuff. There is, markers,
measuring
and stuff
tools.
like that.
I've seen
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And the only requirement is what?
The jersey is when we first seen the jerseys, I was like, oh, okay, super legit. You know what I mean? Like you guys are cool as hell.
Yeah, we've had a couple renditions of those now. So
Yeah. We normally try to do a perk every year. So if you do the $40 a year for the membership, we try to do something, whether it's new dice, new shirts, new jerseys, whatever. Eric is wearing the shirt that we're doing this year. I think you are.
I am. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
How's always
Model that.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
go.
Nice.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
Nice.
So that's our shirt for this year, and then every member will get them. Every paid member will get them. And then there is a requirement though. The one thing that I do, if we're going to put a lot of money and time and effort into this, I do want us to I want us to be popular. I want people to see the House of Hobbies name. And so I require that if you do it, you go to at least 2 GTs a year. Doesn't have to be
That
in,
makes sense.
doesn't
Gotta
have
show
to
up.
be in, doesn't have to be in Arizona. It can be anywhere as long as it's a GT and you put your House of Hobbies name on it, then we're good. And that just helps us kind of with the rankings and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and that doesn't have to be only AoS. We've got a couple players. They're new dads, and they've gotten into Marvel because it's a much more compact game. It does not take it's not as soul sucking as AoS is, and so they're able to kind of balance their family needs on tournament days and stuff. So they actually do the qualifying level tournaments for that also counts. So as long as it's like a nationally ranked qualifier, that's all that matters for those GTs.
No, that's really sick. I don't know, like I'm assuming you guys probably keep up with like your ICP ranking. Like I think you guys' team's like 21 in the country, man, on the ranking. So dude,
we're probably top 20, I think.
So sick.
I think we're probably top 20
we're somewhere. We also have a lot of really active members and a lot of really good players. I mean, a lot of that, like Cameron, Colt, Zach is really, like, we just have so many really good players. And those are also really good players that can like bring down their level of competitiveness. They can dial it up or dial it back so that they can do really good teaching games, which is how we've gotten so many more people into the game. Is we've got so many good people that don't just play well, they coach well.
Agreed. Actually, like, so we like anytime I have an experience with them, it's always been like a good, like, I feel like I got better playing with you right now. Like you taught me all of like some mistakes you like pointed out to me. Like it's always been like it's been a lot of fun like playing against all those guys. Zach was in like we had like our little team meeting yesterday, and Zach was in it for a little bit and like talked to us, and he like really like kind of broke some stuff down. You could, dude, super smart guy. So I can only imagine like your guys' ranking, it reflects when you talk to them, and you're like, oh dude, super smart players. You guys all know exactly what you're doing.
Not always. But we've got really good TOs. The number of times that we'll be in a game, I'm like, TO. So.
For sure, yeah. I mean, these rules are so complicated, right?
Yeah.
And every army has its own set of rules. And that was the first, like, playing with the House of Hobbies guys was the first time where I started learning other armies.
Yeah.
I learned my army and Robert's army really, really well. And all that did was make me good at playing Robert and playing his Sylvanas. So it wasn't until I started getting out there. I've played with Colt. I've played with Zach. I've played with them at GTs. I played with Zach at an RT. So I've played with them in their competitive modes. And yeah, you can tell like they have like, I don't know. It's like almost like an analytical mind. Like I feel like they're planning things much further ahead than like I am. Whereas I'm playing like, more cavalier, kind of formulating my plan as it develops on the board. So I hope one day I can be more like some of the more competitive House of Hobbies guys. But yeah, like I played yesterday with Rick, who's also in House of Hobbies, and that's about as chill a personality as you could play with.
Yeah.
And he's super knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
He's our go-to rules guy.
Yeah, and he's fair. Like if you're missing something that is beneficial to you, he'll be like, "Hey, don't forget, if you leave that, you'll lose your ward." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right." He's like, "Leave them there." So he's such a good guy, and it was a great training session because we're competing this weekend. It's crazy that it's already on us because, like I said, I didn't know if I was going to get this guy on board because he was kind of like, "Nah, I think we need to take a break." Well, after the last RT, I mean, you give me one win, I'm down for the next one.
You do realize if Robert wouldn't have done it this weekend, we would have given him crap forever.
Yeah. I'm glad to, and and I would have too, because I'd have been like, "What the heck, man? We're supposed to do this together. This is a marriage."
I did feel a little bit of peer pressure when Zach sent the message. I was like, at least you want me there. Like, we obviously need people to show up, yeah. And then it's like,
and you guys are playing. Like, you guys are playing with the House of Hobby people, right?
Yeah, we're on Black Team.
Yeah, we got Bree, Ben, and Johnny, just like some of the coolest people.
And you guys have a solid team. Like all those guys are super cool.
Wait till you see our theme. We won't spoil it, but you're gonna like the
way
you look.
I keep asking for details, and no one's giving me a sneak peek.
Yeah, Erica's trying to go for best theme. I think we have a good theme. Like it'll be fun time. It'll be a fun time.
Okay, cool. So we're not the only ones who went in. When I feel like when you're with Ben and Bree, you have to go in on the theme.
Yeah.
They don't.
Their Monsters
mess around.
Inc. theme was so cool.
Still one of my favorite dice that I have is that Monsters Inc. dice that I got from them.
Yeah, now we got the sticker. The outfits they had were actually super solid. I was like, all right, super legit.
It makes it so fun above and beyond the like sweatiness of rolling dice, right? Like everyone wants to do well. 100%. You don't want to go and like get your face pummeled in for an entire weekend. So, but you know that you're gonna have a good time no matter how the dice play out.
Yeah, agreed.
So one of my favorite things from Scorched Earth was after everything was said and done, after the 5th game, and everybody's like either demoralized or on cloud 9. I heard a guy. Who was it? It was the guy playing Ideneth that you played. Nigel said, he's like, "I did it, boys. 0-5."
Nigel's a good player
if
too.
If you can have that attitude, then I can be grateful for my one win.
I can take my one.
I'll take my one win. Yeah.
Neither of you guys have done LVO, right? This is
no. That's like the bucket list thing. Like we got like a couple things we got to do. You know what I mean? Like, and that's
so this weekend. Like Green Banner is no joke. Like they are a very
I looked at
competitive event organizer. Like they are no joke. So you'll get a good taste of like high-end event organization this weekend. Like we are taking care of the AoS side, but a lot of it is all Green Banner. Like they are doing 90% of it. We're just running the AoS side. So
I think it's at Westworld, right? In Scottsdale?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like that, dude. Solid venue.
I don't know if you guys have read the email yet, but definitely do. They're doing the happy hour thing tomorrow night, but then they got it to where those guys are crazy, man. They got it to where you can order food and drink to your table now, like Gamers Guild for this event.
Wow.
So, dude, it's gonna be cool. Those Green Banner guys don't mess around. They compete with like the LVO, FLG event organizers. So, and in a lot of cases, I hear that Green Banner does it just much better. So, I'm
I'm
excited because
order
I haven't
my
worked with them
opponent chicken
yet. So.
wings.
Some
Yeah.
chicken wings.
Yeah,
That's
we're
low.
we're really fortunate to have been able to partner with them for this. It's going to be a great event.
It is super sick. It looks like a lot of fun.
There's just something about Age of Sigmar that makes you hungry too, right?
yeah. You're standing there for 4 hours, you know, trying to figure out this game.
You know what I mean? It's all the references to eating when you're playing Feck. You're like, all right, I gotta get something in me now.
Get some chicken wings. But no, it looks like a ton of fun. I'm sure you guys looked and saw through. Like, there's some really crazy good players that are showing up, and everybody, like,
lots of Cali,
all the teams, like,
guys.
There's no like easy team. You know what I mean? Like, everybody looks really, really solid.
Yeah.
You guys are probably going to go up against 1 or 2 Cali teams, and they're no joke. They're the best of the best. So
when we went to what was it, Scorched Earth?
Mm-hmm.
I got to play Aaron Elias.
Aaron, yep,
yes,
yeah.
He was the Dark Oath, and that was my very first GT game ever.
I think me and Aaron, we played 3 times, and I think he's up 1 game on me. But we both have played 3 times. So
it felt like it felt like playing somebody who knew what you were gonna do, and like it's almost like is he reading my mind? Like
he knows what you're gonna do in round 3 when you're playing round 1.
Yeah.
That being said, if you guys have played Colt and Cameron, though, like I find those guys even better. Like they're like Colt. I don't think people realize how good Colt and Cameron are in this game.
Colt was like playing a chess machine.
Really
yeah, and he's like he's so cool. Like when he's playing, he's like very relaxed. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, I feel like I'm trying to be cool, you know, but I'm kind of like stressing as I'm trying to figure all of this out because everything's finalized. I don't want to be like,
oh no,
hold on, I got to go back. Hold on, I don't want to.
Yeah,
you know, I don't want to do that. So like, it's like, especially when you're playing someone like Colt, and then Colt's like this, this, your turn, and I'm like.
I gotta
evaluate.
He's got his little bag of silly miscellaneous dice too. I'm just like, oh man, this is.
You know, he collects those off the floor at the end of tournaments because people just drop them and then never pick them up. And we're cleaning up at the end of the night. And he's like, "Oh, baby dice, let me put it in my bag."
I'm gonna take this.
That's how he's gotten most of them.
It's so chill. You know, it's like playing an Age of Sigmar player while he's surfing.
Yeah. And on top of that, dude, he's really good. Like when we played, I think he obviously won, but he won by 1 point, and I felt like I won. You know what I mean? Because I know that the caliber of playing is like you only beat me by 1 point. Like, I feel like that's sick in my opinion. He was like, close up until the very end.
You're like on Fast and the Furious, where he's like, dude, I almost got you.
Had you? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it felt like. So for like when you guys are organizing your events, how you guys have been a team now organizing events for like what 5 years, 6 years now?
Yeah, since COVID. That's 2020. It's 2006.
25 years. It's been 5 years. God, it's been 5 years.
What was it like?
We officially established the team in 2021. We were like, hey, we should start putting an official team name. If we're going to start doing RTTs, let's put a team name in here. And that's when we came up with the team name, and everyone who was kind of part of that original crew started using it. And then people were like, oh, who's this House of Hobbies? And I'm like, we're always looking for new members. And
was it 3rd edition when you guys started?
End of second. Very end of second.
Very end of second, which let me tell you, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can learn all of these rules. And I finally felt like I started getting it down. I got to 2,000 points. And then Joel was like, well, you know, they're coming out with a new edition, right? And I was like, what?
Like, what does that
this
mean?
Changes? What changes? How does this change? And I was like, oh no, I have to learn it all over again.
So I'll give you guys a little bit of insight on what happened with me for Warhammer. All right. So I was back around the same time, maybe 2001 or 2021, 2022. I'm in a gaming store, and at this point in time, all of my gaming had been like with just miscellaneous games that you can buy from the store. Like there was one that I had called Illiterati, which was like Scrabble, but competitively with your friends. I had a lot of like, evolutionary card games like Dark Souls that I was playing with my friends. So that kind of like, helped me ease into wargaming. And I just asked my mom one time, I was just like, hey, Mom, do you think I could do this? And she's like, what do you got to do? I was like, I have to like build this and then paint it. And she's like, yeah, I think you can. And I was like, oh, and that's as much convincing as I needed. And I got a little starter set and this was 40K stuff because I didn't know about Age of Sigmar yet. And so I get 40K stuff and it's a lot of fun. And I'm like, hey, I want more of this, right? That's what they want. That's what Games Workshop is trying to do. They're trying to get the hooks in you. And I was like, hey, yeah, I got 10 Space Marines and a lieutenant. I need more. So I go online and I see on OfferUp an ad for Warhammer stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I call the number because they put a number there. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're a little mom and pop shop for women, and we're closing this location. My dad just got this stuff. Come and take a look. I get down there. They've got combat patrols. They've got spearheads. They've got dice. They've got paint. They've got everything you need. And the lady's like, so my dad cleans out stores in the mall. And one of the stores was, I guess, a Warhammer store that closed down, and they left like what they couldn't take with them behind. So she had acquired all this inventory for free. And I was like,
crazy.
Really? And she's like, yeah, what will you give me for it? I was like, I'll give you $300 if you just give me it all right now. And she's like, really? She's like, oh, well, let me see. And she like texts her like boss or whatever. And her boss is like, $300? Absolutely. I filled 2 like 10-gallon black trash bags full of Warhammer stuff that I just got for $300. And I leave. And that's my Warhammer journey starting.
Nice. It's better than most of us who paid MSRP for that stuff. So you.
But here's the dark turn. So I get the stuff built up, I get it painted, I go play 10th edition is what it is right now. I just don't have any fun and I don't get it. So I try it again. I just don't have any fun and I don't get it. I just don't understand how through game manipulation you're able to like skew the results of your dice in a way that I can't keep up with what I have. And it just felt like crushing and demoralizing. And I was going to a church group that was led by a friend of ours.
Yeah.
And
it's my stepdad, but yeah.
it's Robert's stepdad. And he was like, oh yeah, my son plays Warhammer. I meet Robert in passing one day, and he's like, oh, you play Warhammer? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what do you play? I was like, 40K. He's like, you don't play Age of Sigmar? And I said, well, what's that?
Got him.
I proceed to sell all that 40K stuff and then start my Age of Sigmar like army, which I decided was going to be the Stormcast because I just played Space Marines. So I was just like, okay, looks like this is the entry army to get into was Stormcast. And then I don't know if you guys remember when Skaven Tide was like mass produced, like less than 7 months later, you could get a box for like $150.
It was super cheap. Super cheap. Yeah.
So my original army is like 3 Skaven Tide boxes and Iridan the Witness.
There you go.
Speaking of starting armies, what was your guys' first starting armies?
Oh yeah.
Joel, go ahead. What was your army?
I think it was Nurgle.
Nice.
Oh
nice.
wow.
It's my girlfriend's army.
Was it Nurgle? I think it was because I'm pretty sure it was Nurgle.
No, didn't you go with a Death Army?
No, because remember my first painted was Skaven, so I went Nurgle with the Skaven rats, the pestilent rats.
That's
Oh,
right.
sorry,
Oh man, you
sorry.
were painting clan rats for days.
They weren't clan rats. It was plague monks.
Plague
Plague
monks.
monks.
Sorry,
It's
plague
the same
monks.
It's the same
Plague
thing.
monks
Yeah.
for days.
So
You
I'm
can run
pretty
those
sure
in 20,
Nurgle
right?
was my first one. What?
You can run those in groups of 20, yeah.
Well, not anymore. You can't run them in Nurgle anymore. You used to be able to, which was a cool army. But yeah, Nurgle was my first army.
How about you, Erica? What was your first army?
We walked into the Warhammer store and it was basically what looks cool to play, and I was like, dinosaurs riding dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do
Seraphon.
that one.
That was
So yeah, it's Seraphon.
Nice. What's your favorite unit in Seraphon?
Ooh.
This was easy. This is I know I could answer this for you.
Probably Croxagores.
No way.
there
Lord
we go.
Croak.
I love Croc scores.
No,
Do you like
I
the
thought
war
you were going to
spawn or
say
the regular?
Tilly.
What is
Oh, I do love Tilly. Bastillodon.
Bastillodon.
it? Okay.
You don't have any of those.
I have no Bastillodons.
Bastillodons are awesome.
I don't have any of like the big dinosaurs besides the Carnosaur. I got the like
Hey,
spearhead.
Carnosaur's really good. Really good right now. Until Scourge
super
goes
sick.
away, and then it's not as good.
Yeah, because then he loses like the monstrous traits. But we're gonna hopefully get a new book, like any month now. Hopefully.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Any
I'm not super excited about it, but we'll see.
No, you're not excited. I like the current Seraphon rules. I think are really good.
Well, no,
like
I'm saying
the
I'm
Doc
not
and,
excited about.
Covenant book, they're doing pretty good.
I'm not excited about the GHB. That's what I'm not excited about. I'm not excited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what is not as enticing to you about the GHB? What is the thing you don't like?
I want to hear this too.
Oh boy. All right, where do we start? I know there's going to be some House of Hot people that listen to this that completely disagree with me, but I think I have a good justification. One, I think the first off, this game has been around for what, 11 years, something like that, 12 years, something like that.
11 years, yeah, 2015.
And the only realms we've gotten are Gyran, and Akshi. Like, really?
Yep.
We couldn't do. Was it Shimon or whatever?
Shimon,
or Hish.
Or
Hish,
the
or
the Shadow Realm.
Volgu.
Like
Yeah,
for
Volgu.
real, man. Like there were so many creative ways you could do it, and we get Akshi again.
Go
like,
back to Akshi. That only makes
boring.
sense.
Like super boring. First off, so that's already a disappointment. The other thing is I don't like the rules, the generic rules so far where like you get to attack at the end of the turn with a monster or something for 3 fury points. Sure. You can also use defense dice to block some stuff. Like it just seems uninteresting. So there's that. I don't like the battle plans. The battle plans look gross. It's funny, Brad just posted a heat map of the objectives, and it's just all in the center. That's all it is, just all in the center. That's all it is. So it's at least with this last one, it was very spread out, and different battle plans you played differently, right? This one is just like, I'm just gonna play Nurgle and sit in the middle.
Looks like a bunch in the center, and it's like there's like 6 of them, and all of them, it looks like, you know what I mean, or 5 of them at least.
So that's really uninspiring. Like it just feels like a very uninspired GHB.
I feel like the way the tactics are and the way that the maps are laid out, they're forcing engagement now, which is great if you're slaves to darkness or have a million eels
or corn.
But if you're one of those like Gitz or Skaven where you win by moving around the map in creative ways, like I feel like this GHB isn't for you.
Also, the battle tactics. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I think it incentivizes less creativity.
Yeah.
I don't mind the harder tactics. I think harder tactics are fine, but in the grand scheme of things, because you have harder tactics, you are incentivized to take specific units.
Yes.
Which gets rid of creativity and list building. And for someone who loves to play.
There's a truck that just pulled up outside.
Yeah. But it definitely is less incentivizing to play creative lists. And for someone who plays a bunch of off meta lists and like monster mash lists and stuff like that, to me, it just feels okay.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Them dogs.
I don't know if you could hear, my dog was barking earlier.
I am really interested to see how the tactics and the objectives either work together or pull you in different directions.
Okay,
I'm interested to see how those
synergize.
interact in terms of gameplay.
I like that. I think that's a good call out, because I feel like for like a lot of the tactics in the Sagi, some of them like worked. They synergize together, right? Especially with the battle plans. Like, hey, man, if I get this battle plan and I have these tactics, like I can win pretty regularly. you know.
Mhm.
But see, that's also like the caveat, because something I learned competing in the House of Hobbies, GTs and RTs, where you had a team environment, you could only like assign certain tactics to certain people.
Yeah.
And it makes it tough when like there's one clearly easy to obtain tactic that everybody wants, but now only 2 people in your team can have it. And I feel like, we ran into that a little bit for the first time prepping for this tournament this weekend, where our team was kind of like, no, I want Master. No, I want Wrathful.
Yeah.
And
that's what makes team events fun, though, is because you have to play as a team. You got to compete as a team and work through those different lists to make sure you can get the maximum points as possible. So that's I really do feel like team event, and this is your guys' first team event, right?
We did the 3-man.
Oh, you did the 3-man. So you guys already know. You guys already know how. I think teams events are the best way to play AoS. I think they're the most fun for sure.
Yeah. And I do like quick shout out here. I got to shout out Doug. He analyzes whose army is going to be, what characteristic for your team and what tactics they need to take. Like, he has such a great brain for how to organize who needs what and what priorities each army should have based on the play style of that person and how they can contribute to the team.
You've played Doug. He pulls out a little detective like journal, and he's witnessed he's got every deployment he's done in the last 90 days. Like again, I don't know how to approach a player that is this involved, because I'm like, you're thinking so much further ahead of me than me. I'm just thinking the next activation.
What's my next phase?
Yeah, but I played with Doug. Yeah, he's he's inspiring. And it's funny because he has tokens that he has for all of his buffs. Every single, buff or debuff or anything that needs to be tracked, he keeps it on deck so he remembers. And I'm like, that's just smart. And it's really simple, just, dry erase cards. But
yeah, against his dock, it's really discouraging because you see what they're writing and you're like, fuck, I'm about to give him -1 wound. You just see it right. You see him right. And you're like, just shaking your head. You're like, go ahead.
It's like this
on a 7. You're
like, this one now is +1.
Yeah.
This one.
Yep.
So what's you guys been hosting? How many team events? Is this the first time you guys have been with Green Banner? You were talking about earlier. Is this your first 5-man team event you're hosting? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is our first 5-man team event we're hosting. Yeah.
Very exciting.
Have you played in a 5-man? Have we played in other 5-mans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we the one tournament I recommend to every single person that gets into our hobby. If you can't do any tournaments throughout the year, you go to one tournament and you do the 5-man at Old Town Throwdown in Cali, because it is I know you guys have been to Scorched and you've been to the 3-man team. You will never have more fun at a team event than you do at Old Town Throwdown. Shout out to Tom, dude. Yeah, it is. You get 5 of your buddies and you just go down there. You don't care. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good players. I think there are 120 people at this one.
Wow,
it's a very sweaty game.
And it literally, and to put in perspective, Tomo, the guy who is the TO for that, everyone loves him, and he's the best TO in the business. When he put this out there this year, I'm thinking of singles. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of singles. Teams, I think there's still 100 people though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
Normally the tickets sell out instantly because it's just such a good time. It is so if you can find 5 people and go, I think it's in November this year, and go to that Cali event, it is a blast. What we'll do as our team is I'll typically chip in and just pay for 3 teams out of the gate, 2 or 3 teams depending on our level of interest. And
House of Hobbies. Let's go.
Yep. And we'll bring down 3 teams. We had 3 teams last year, and we'll get a B&B and we'll just all chill in a house and just We play games some nights, and like it's just a blast, man. Just everything about the teams event in Cali is just a lot of fun. So,
oh my god, that sounds so much fun.
That does. That sounds like a blast. So as far as like you guys have competed obviously quite a bit, yes. Let's talk through like your guys' like so I have like a bucket list, right? When it comes to like AoS stuff. I'm still like a relatively new to the competitive scene. I haven't got to do like all the fun stuff. We haven't played at LVO. That's one of those things I want to play at LVO. You know what I mean? Any of like the real big tournaments, you know, the Worlds tournament, Adepticon, any of like the real cool things. There's like that really cool one I think in Texas. I think that happens. I don't remember what it's called.
Well, I think there's LSO Lone Star Open. There's that one.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Those are open,
That one sounds cool. There's I'm a big fan of like all the Canada guys.
There's season of Wars.
Season of War,
tournament.
Party at the All Points. Party at the All Points.
Party at the All Points.
That guy, he hosts like 2 big tournaments every year. Like ideally, like that's like my like bucket list stuff I would like to achieve. How about you guys?
For me, I crossed off one of them thanks to Colt and Cameron not being able to go, but I crossed off going to Masters.
Oh,
He's sick.
Yep. Going to Masters was cool with Zach. I think I've already been to LVO. I've done Old Town Throwdown. I think the biggest one, I would like to try Adepticon. I'm not super into Adepticon as other people, but I'd go try it out just to do it. I think the only one that I really would like to go to, which, you know, it's a dream at this point, is AoS Worlds. Being on the USA team would be.
You'd be Team America. Let's go. Yeah.
It would be really cool, but there's far too many.
First place this year, like a month ago.
There's far too many good players out there that.
Yeah.
It's not happening, boys. So that'd be my only real dream. The other stuff I've kind of already done.
I will say, look at it this way: is like, did you see, you know, A House of Hobbies going this way? You know, like, bro, you could be on the World team if you like.
Well, we've already
5 years.
Both Colt and Cameron, they went to AoS Worlds, and they were both House of Hobbies. So
they were in AoS Worlds too.
Yeah. So those 2 went to Worlds last year, and then Zach and Joel went to Masters. So we had 4 competitors between those 2 events.
See, that's so sick. You got, like I said, you guys got to do all like the fun stuff. How about you, Erica? Have you done like what's your like your bucket list?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Adepticon. I think that would be super cool. I haven't been back to LVO since it left the Rio. And so now that it's moved to, you know, Old Downtown, I would like to see what the new LVO experience is like.
Mm-hmm.
I also would love to do like Clan Carnage, which is Colorado. Mostly just because I would love to visit Colorado. But that's late May is Clan Carnage. And there's like some really cool Colorado guys came out for the 3-man teams that we did. And they were talking about it and how cool it is. So like, that's on my bucket list.
Didn't they crush everybody basically?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, those guys just went and smashed everybody. Yeah,
those ones. But then isn't Worlds this year the same time as Palm Springs Open?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think that would be on my bucket list, is doing the Palm Springs Open so that I get to be there, knowing that I'm not going to be competing there. But you can sign up for the Palm Springs Open and then still get that feel and get to watch and get to see the event, but still have, you know, your own tournament that's going on at the same time. So I think that would be cool.
Yeah, no, I think 100%, especially like, I know competing when it's like some of the better people, you know, this game is like, it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, man, like, bro, my brain hurts after 2 days. Like when we're doing 2-day tournaments, like I go home and I'm exhausted, and then we go to work on Monday, you know, and it's like, bro, I didn't get any days off.
GTs
they were like, did you have fun? I'm like, oh, I had a blast, but I am exhausted.
Yeah, GTs are a lot of work. It's a lot of thinking power. You're on your feet most of the time. Like it's a lot. GTs are a lot.
Yeah, it's been a blast though. I've really enjoyed them. Now we've kind of looked through like your guys' bucket list. What was it like to like so when you guys first started like hosting events and stuff, like how did it go? Like, cause you guys have a great turnout now. We talk about it up all the time, like your guys' Friday night show out. Just like bro, just people showing up to go play on Fridays. You guys get 8 people, it feels like, dude, all the time, like regularly. Yeah, I think there's very often times that you can reach out in the Discord and you can always find a game in your guys' Discord, which is super, super sick. How was it when you guys very first started? How did it go? Like you started with the Warhammer store. Like where did you go from there?
Yeah, we're not going to count the day that we hosted in our house on folding tables. I don't know.
That's how it starts, man. That's why people love it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think Joel really did the legwork. We had gone to, I don't even remember who hosted the first, AoS tournament or two that we went to at Tabletop Wargamer. But we went and we did a couple tournaments there, and it kind of got to the point where our members were being asked the TO questions so frequently. And Joel, I mean, you can say a little bit more about, your collaboration there in terms of us hosting at that store.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of started with Tabletop Wargaming. Like, shout out to Rob. Like, I know that guy pretty well now, and we just kind of formed a little bit of a friendship there. And he, he was like, hey, maybe we can host a monthly tournament there. And that's kind of where it started as far as the tournaments go. And we just kind of held a tournament every month. But I mean, again, while I want to say, it was really tough to get started, me and Eric have been doing this for a long time as far as setting up things and doing group collaborations, and like the marching band and drumline stuff was a lot of work. We did it religiously for 10 plus years. So we kind of, to us, it kind of comes, I mean, it's still a lot of work. Like, I think when people try to, like you guys I'm sure have tried to gain members and stuff like that. It's a lot of work.
It is.
And like doing even this podcast, right? It's a ton of work, right? So
absolutely,
100%.
And a lot goes into it, but we came from a very good background of, we both marched drum corps. Like, we had a good perspective of how to run this. It wasn't brand new to us, so we could kind of we kind of knew what we were doing, and it definitely helped. Now, and the partnerships kind of happened by accident. The first year we went to Smite, it wasn't us that hosted it. And then all of a sudden the following year, they were looking for somebody to take over and host. Because James moved to James Indiana. Hauser. He moved out of state, and he was really taking on a lot of the role for the Phoenix metro area in terms of hosting at Gamers Guild and hosting Smite and Scorched Earth. And so he really kind of left this void, and people were kind of looking around like, okay, well, how do we fill this void? And we had started to, do more on the small end with the tabletop, just RTTs. And then it was like, okay, well, yeah, I guess sure we can run something bigger. What's 2 days? We already do one. And then it just kind of grew from there. And, then all of a sudden, Joel's getting a knock from Gamers Guilds, and things have just kind of blown up in I would really say the last year and a half.
That's awesome. It's you guys handle it very professionally. Like, when we went, you can tell it's not your first rodeo, as you said. You guys already did it with the banded and marching thing. So you guys obviously are very comfortable with it. When you show up to your guys' events, like I said, it really stands out. It looks it's very nice. It feels like it's not your first time you've done it. So we've actually hosted a little spearhead tournament when we were playing at this other shop, and we did get this other shop to kind of host for us when we would do events. We got 8 people. It wasn't a super big thing, but it was a lot of stress. And it's throwing things together, just getting people to show up, man, getting people to show up on time. It's a lot of work. On top of that, a big plus about Magic the Gathering and is hey man, you bring your deck, you bring your tokens, your dice, we're good to play. Warhammer is not that. Terrain, you have mats, you have there's a lot of stuff involved in it. Just to have a table, you know what I mean? Do you have a table big enough to host a game? That's huge. Space, we've come across a lot of this stuff to where do you have chairs?
think a lot of people don't really. I mean, it's real easy to just sign up and go to it, but when you are behind the scenes and trying to set it all up, like, do you have enough prizes? Do you have the list goes on. There's so much involved in setting this stuff up.
And then making sure that you have everything ordered, because a lot of the stuff that we use or we get isn't available the morning of if we're heading out to host a tournament. So you've got to just make sure that everything's ordered on time. Today I was going through all of our bins of terrain. We're going to go set up tomorrow afternoon so that we're ready to go first thing Saturday morning for the start of teams. So it's just a little bit more
cards.
Prep. We are playing bingo.
Yeah. You guys have bingo? Okay, nice.
Very nice. It's $50 if you get a bingo.
Yeah.
It's like every person that gets it too. So Green Banner's going out on this whole bingo thing. So
very cool.
I will say, like, you guys always do, like, all your prizes so far have been pretty sick. We've only done the 2 tournaments with you guys, and you guys, I think, had the Warhammer the first time. That was sick. You had the cool custom knives, the daggers at the 3-man tournament. That I thought was super dope. You guys have cool things like Legos, Warhammer, obviously Warhammer stuff. You gave out the pair of dice. That was, I think, super, super cool. You guys always show out really well, like, as far as
creativity too. They had that dumpster fire trophy for the last place.
That I thought was sick.
Hey, but it came with a certificate for dice.
Yeah.
So it did come with a certificate for dice.
$50 too. So you can definitely get a new set. Like, that almost became the coveted prize. People were like, if I can't be first, I can be last.
Yeah. You ain't first, you're last, Ricky Bobby style.
Well, and that's the thing too, is we want it to be a quality experience for anyone who goes, and we don't want it to just be the best players win all the time and they win everything. So doing the mini games and having an extra prize with that, and doing a random raffle or a drawing, and you can't have already won to be able to get those prizes. That it kind of it spreads the excitement out a little bit. Because I know, we show up to an RTT and, Cameron walks in the door and everyone's like, all right, second place, here I come. So it's one of those things that like, those good players are walking through the door. And there's those top tier players. So it's like, what else can we do to make it enjoyable and worthwhile for people to be there, not just for the competitive aspect. It's for the other stuff, the other fun stuff too.
With the Scorched Earth being our first, competitive event where we had to follow, I remember reading the player pack, and it's like, you have to have your army battle ready. It has to be consistently based. And this is all stuff I had never heard before. So I was just like, okay. And I rushed and got all that done, and I had Krondis in my list. I had Iridan, I had big projects in this list. But once I got it all battle ready and based, and one of my favorite moments from Scorched Earth was just having Krondis on the table, and this group of people come up and going oh my god, this is so cool. Can I take a picture? And I'm like, sure. He's about to get clapped, but go ahead and take a picture while he's still there. But
I will say, that's one of the things with our team that has been so cool, is we've built out this kind of team library, and people get to experiment with lists and with armies all the time without having to put the financial investment into buying a whole army, building it, painting it. And so it's between everyone in the team, somebody has something that we can borrow. Most of it is in our library now that we own every AoS army. But that has been one of, I think, the biggest benefits to building the community, is a player can say, I really want to try this, but I don't want to buy it yet. And they can try playing with it and see if they enjoy it before they invest all of the time and the money into buying it themselves. Absolutely. And that makes it so much more attainable and so much more welcoming for anyone who wants to get into it.
As soon as somebody says, hey, does somebody have some extra, Magruntas? Somebody jumps in. Model, two or three people jump in. Somebody's like, hey, I want to try this list. Does anybody have any extra bloodletters? So many people jump in, and there's really a community mindset for the players in House of Hobbies? It feels like this is our thing. We're all sharing. It's not my thing, and I'm better than it than all of you guys. Although there are people like that.
We definitely don't want it to be a pay to play kind of a thing. We want people to be able to enjoy the game without having to go broke to do it.
So I've actually played like several people now, and I'm like, oh man, you did a great job painting and like building these models, and they're like, oh, these are Joel's.
Yeah,
and we don't do a whole lot of painting. There's a lot of things that we've bought, like, okay, let me see what we can get on eBay. And Joel has really been the one to like wheel and deal and get a lot of things. You know, he's commissioned a lot of paint jobs too.
Wow. Okay.
What's your guys' favorite part of the hobby?
That's a good question.
Playing by miles. It's not even close. I don't have time or my issue. Like I could paint if I wanted to, but I am way too anal about everything. So like.
Detail oriented
bucklers and stuff like that have to be perfectly painted, and it just takes me entirely too long to paint. Like I've painted my plague monks, I've painted my rock guts, and like it was cool painting them, but it takes me entirely way too long because I'm just way too into it. So I have to let someone else do it because I don't have the time or effort to do it. So playing for me is where it's at. I want to be, the best player that I can be every single game. So the playing is my favorite part of the thing.
You change armies so much. By the time you got something done painted, you would be cycled through 2 more armies by then.
Exactly.
I'd be the best player in the world if I could just stay with one army, but I just can't do it.
How about you, Erica? What about you? What's your favorite part of the hobby?
I really thought that it was going to be painting. I love doing like creative, artsy kind of things. But no, it's definitely playing. And it's definitely annoying Joel when I roll a whole bunch of 5s and 6s to save.
Yeah. That's everybody's favorite.
5, 6s, period.
No, it's mostly just the saves.
Right. Have you ever played Jesse? Like this guy, like if you roll a save, like a 5 to me, I'm never hitting a 5. You know what I mean? Jesse's like 5 aboard. Oh, I don't take any of those. Like
my favorite question to ask in a game is, I'll make a bunch of like miraculous saves, and with Stormcast, it's 3-up saves, 5 aboard, so they're already easy to make. So if you're lucky, it's just you experience that in our game, Erica. Like I roll really hot, which makes up for my misplay. I'm like, and then my favorite thing to say to somebody is like, hey, is it better to be good or lucky in this?
It is a dice game.
Yeah,
it is a dice game. There's been too many times that dice have betrayed me, so I can't depend on that.
So when you have every army there is to have, do you even identify with an army right now? Like if I say, Erica, what's your army? Like who do you identify with?
Slaves to Darkness, Yeet, Smash.
Yeet and Smash.
But that's only because like I've been playing it for so long. Because I just played it for the 3-man teams, and I'm going to play it again for the 5-man teams. So It's kind of like, it's just, I kind of go with like one army for like a 9-month period. And then I'm tired of it and I switch to something new.
Yeah,
so right now it's Slaves with the all-in Varan Guard.
Yeah.
What about you, Joel? Like what would you say is your identity?
Yeah.
I would say, for me, the way I pick an army, well, it's hard because I want to play like all of them all the time. But
understandable.
I basically try to find something that I have a lot of fun with and then just stick to it for a bit. So like, I think maybe 6 months ago, it was like the Hell Pit Rat List. I played a ton of games with that. And then I think now I'm having a lot of fun with Doc. I think Marathi and the Shadow, Marathi and the Shadow Queen. I'd be playing Doc for a team event if it wasn't for Doug. But Doug, I'm gonna give it to Doug. We had an agreement, so he's gonna run it this time, and then if we are on the same team for Old Town, I get to run Doc for the next one. Which sucks because I think the new battle plans are not good for Doc. So right, I definitely I'm having a lot of fun with Doc right now. I would say.
Nice.
What about what's next then? Because like me and him, we've been through this. He's been Sylvaneth for so long. I've been Stormcast for so long. But we feel like with 3 tournaments in our bag now, and we might take a break after this one, it's a good time to get into the next army. Like what's next for you, Erica?
Are we talking strictly AoS? Because
I know, I was going to say, you guys aren't going to like the answer.
AoS podcast, so yeah.
You guys aren't going to like the answer.
I know. No, what's really next is the dark side of Legion. But no, I would love to. I'm ready to put this army on the shelf. I love my Varangard. I love my Chosen, but they have been with me for too long, so it is time to Amscray. And I don't know. I kind of play around with an army or two and see what I really like and what I can build. And like Joel said, I'm very play style oriented. I want a fast, hard hitting army. Either I'm going to die or you're going to die, and it's going to be over in 2 rounds.
So you're going to play ogres next. That's what you're going to play.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm interested to see what this new GHB looks like before I jump into the next one.
That makes sense. What about you, Joel? For a man who just wants everything, what's next?
Like I said, I'm not super keen on the GHB, and if we're not going to say Legion, because I'm like really into Legion right now. If I'm sticking to AoS, I'm probably going to play Doc for a while. I'm going to try to make it work with the battle plans. They are not Doc friendly, though. I don't know. I know Seraphon's coming out. The Slanesh book I was really hopeful for, and then I read into it, and I think the only way to play that army, believe it or not, is with the Army of Renowns.
Yeah.
So I think the Army of Renowns are cool. So I don't know.
Sigvald, smash, die.
Yeah, the Sigvald one's going to be very popular, I think. I don't know. We'll see, man. Seraphon's supposed to come out. It'll be cool to see what's there. I'm going to play Doc until I'm sick of it. I'm going to hope and pray I can make it work with the new battle plans, but
see, I feel like you guys are very rules invested. Like, whose rules are going to make me come to this army? Where like me and you are too emotionally invested. Yeah, we're still emotionally
I don't necessarily need to play something that's like super competitive, right? I typically don't play stuff that's super competitive. I typically play stuff that's super monster mash or like out of the box weird meta list. I want to play.
The game's more fun that way, yeah.
I just want to play something that's interesting that a lot of people don't see that I have a lot of fun with. Like that help hit list, like no one was taking it. I think me and E, shout out to E, were the only 2 players that were really taking that competitively, and it was a lot of fun. And I think it when you pull up and your opponent sees it, they're like, "What is going on here?" And like they're confused. And those are the type of lists that I like to play. I like to play. There was a point in time when I was playing 6 cabbages, 6 of the Mogrushers, yeah. Like I want to play unique, random, weird lists that make a lot of that can still be competitive, right? Legion of the First Prince. I took that competitively for a long time. It's probably my heart and soul of AoS as far as army goes. I when we were in the end of 2nd edition, was it 3rd edition? Was Legion of the First Prince? I don't know. One of those, when it was really, really good, I took it and I had my entire army painted one color, even though they were all different demons, because that was like my army. Like Legion of the First Prince was my army. But that being said, I like to take.
May it rest in peace.
I know. Well, it's still good. It sucks that we can't take any greater demons, but I like I said, that's the type of lists and the type of things I like to play is just random off the wall, crazy, weird stuff. So
I think at the 3-man, you were the backup and you had what was it, the 2 ironclads?
Yep, 2 ironclads. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
yep.
That looks.
Yep.
I'm glad we didn't need that backup.
Yeah, probably not great to play against.
Hoping we have some obscuring. I'm like, I need to stand in these forests. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome to shooting again. I think the new GHB is there's gonna be a lot of shooting now.
Yep, it looks like no places of power don't have obscuring anymore, right?
Yep. Objectives you can't get obscuring anymore.
I'm looking in this next GHB to start playing OBR, with the reinforced triaxes and the catapults. So I'm big happy that obscuring is going to be nerfed a little bit, because I feel like with those triaxes and that catapult, it's a big part of the army and its damage now. Because I know people are kind of, here's the thing is, like, people have been down on the OBR book and they're saying it's not good. But I've had a lot of fun with it, because I'm one of those people I came into it at this state. I didn't play 3rd edition OBR. I didn't play Index OBR. So I wasn't spoiled by previous rules. So I'm able to go into that. But yeah, like that's what's next for me. What about you, Robert?
I mean, Seraphon, I've been talking over all season. I mean, it's kind of, there's not a lot of good like shooting right in Seraphon. I can't think. I know you can run like the spam list of the Spawn of Chotek, and he has like a little bit of shooting.
Yeah, that's gone now though. You can't really do that list anymore.
Yeah,
because you pay too much. You pay too many points for it now.
I mean, I wouldn't do that anyways. I would if I was gonna spam anything. It would be Agrodons.
You also don't know.
I'll have a great time. Agrodon, Croxagors, Carnosaur. I'm solid.
Yeah, you also don't know what the new Battle Tome's gonna put out either. Like Seraphon might be really good. We just don't know.
Hopefully, we can keep those monsters traits with the +1 to hit, or I think it's +1 to hit on like the companion weapons. And you put that on the Carnosaur, bro. Then it's like 2s and 2s. Then he eats. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So now that House of Hobbies has grown to 33 members, and you've got countless tournaments underneath the belt, like, what's the next ambition for your club?
We have a lot. Like, I want to do a lot with it. It's just with just as much as we run, and like, you have to understand, we only get like 1 weekend a month to just chill, right? Because we're running two tournaments a month at 2 different stores. We have the Learn to Play from Gamers Guild that we do probably once every other month. And then we just have 1 weekend that we can chill, right? So there's a lot of things that I would love to do. I'd love to get our YouTube channel back online and do that. But I it's getting to try to find the people that want to do this. People that want to. I'm totally down with turning over all of my, online media stuff over to someone so they can run it. It's just finding those type of people. Battle reports would be cool. Like, there's a lot of things that we could do. Me and Eric just don't have the time to do it, because we're already doing so much. Yeah, we're already doing so much with it. So, so it's just branching out, making sure we empower the people that are in the group to do other things. That'd be my big thing. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I love that. How about Erica? How about it for you?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of, thinking of all the things that we could do that involve more behind the scenes and less player interaction. It's kind of like, if we are making the choice in what we do with our time, we would much rather pour effort and energy into player interaction. And so I think, just kind of making it more inclusive for other games, other hobbies. It is a house of hobbies. So, making sure that, everyone who wants to get a game in, whether they have, an hour to spend on an MCP game, or maybe 2 hours to spend on a Star Wars Legion game, or maybe 3 hours to spend on an AoS game, like, people can, pick from this menu of options with a great community behind any game, no matter what they are able to commit to it. And then just continuing to grow the new members in the community, and making sure that whenever they come to one of our events, like, they feel welcomed and safe, and like, especially if it's competitive. The competitive players are gonna kick some booty, but they're gonna feel welcomed and valued, and like, they can learn. That's how you grow the community, right? Like, you help people learn the game and play the game and love the game, no matter what the score says.
Yeah, I love that the idea of expanding the other game systems, because I feel like, at least to us, we know you guys for Age of Sigmar, and we can count on you for Age of Sigmar. But even in the small amount of time that, like, you know, that I've invested into looking at legions with the rest of the House of Hobbies people, it's like you said, if I want to play an army, somebody's got it. If I want to learn the rules, somebody can teach me. I don't have to spend $200-$300 to even try the game out to see if I'll even like it. Because like you said, there's just a wealth of people who are already invested, who are already understand the game. And it just makes it so much more approachable. You guys have made Age of Sigmar approachable for us, competitive-wise and casual-wise, since we've been involved since Scorched Earth. And I feel like that's something we're not getting outside of you guys. Like, I haven't met this other entity that's hosting all of this AoS or other systems that I can just casually approach. Because I met all of you for the first time, like, when was Scorched Earth? Back in March?
At the beginning of, it was at the end of February.
Yeah, February. But I feel already so recognized. I already feel so well known. I already feel like there's people that I've got a personal connection with. When I played Scorched Earth, I played Garen. He's like one of my favorite like people that I played with. And he's like one of those people who was really, really good at the game and had a crushing army. But he was such a cool personality that I'm like looking forward to, like, hey, I hope this weekend I have to fight Garen again. Because
he's such a chill player. He's so much fun to play against.
Yeah.
He's an awesome, awesome dude.
And that was my second competitive game. So I went from like Aaron, Elias to Garen. So the competition isn't getting like easier, but it was definitely like getting more kind of relaxed vibe. It felt like two guys hanging out. It was easy to forget I was in a tournament for a second playing with Garen. There's another like group of people. They're called Strike Last Gaming. They come to a lot of your guys' events, and those guys are really cool. So it's like your club is connecting these like other groups of people. You know, there was one called like East Coast Heretics. Those guys were super cool. East County Heretics. Okay. Yeah. Those guys were super cool. And it was just like, I was like, wow, like, so House of Hobbies, you're going to meet House of Hobbies alumni, but you're also going to meet these other cool teams. You know what I mean? One of them was like Alpacachino.
Yeah, that's the Colorado guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the llama one. So like that was just, I was just like, where are you going to ever encounter these kind of like people? This is super cool. So like, yeah, I'm really excited for this weekend. You know, shout out to the Green Banner event. You know, it's called Heroes Cup.
Heroes Cup, right?
Heroes Cup, yeah, and it's covering a lot of things other than AoS. So you know, if you're looking for something to like check out this weekend. You know, I remember earlier in the Discord, you guys said like you needed like a ringer team, right? Or did you get that figured out?
No, unfortunately, we are going to have a buy for the team event, and me and John went back and forth on how we wanted to approach this. There was some idea of us doing a 1v1v1 for the bottom three teams, but it's going to be too hard with how we have the scoring. So unfortunately, we're gonna have a buy. I hate 5 people sitting around not doing anything. We'll have a table to where 2 tables to where you know you can play against your teammate just to practice. Yeah, just to get a game in. So we'll still have that, but it's just unfortunate. I really wanted to prevent a buy, but in these 5-man tournaments and this being such a new, this is our first Green Banner event.
Man, you guys got 9 teams to show up. So very sick, man.
Yeah, I mean, we did well. I just was hoping we would get an even number. So it does suck in that perspective. But
and the only way to really guarantee that is to set a low cap and then put a waiting list on, and you only let 2 teams in at a time. And we didn't really want to put a cap on this. We wanted everyone welcome. Everyone can come. So
yeah, and we'll get there. It's like discouraging.
Well, I saw that in the Discord too, and this is for our listeners too, that if people are wanting to come out and just play, they wouldn't have to, you know, pay the entry. There wouldn't be any pressure. There would be potential for them to win prizes. So this is a good opportunity for our listeners. If you want to come check out and play competitively, but not have the financial investment, the emotional investment, or the team obligation, this is a good way to experience it. So yeah, if you're in the Scottsdale area, or you can reliably commute over there. Do you guys have the address for where it's going to be at?
It's at Westworld in Scottsdale.
Westworld in Scottsdale.
Westworld in Scottsdale.
It's off Pima Road, on the east side of the 101 there.
It's kind of by the Warhammer store over there, right? Because there's a Warhammer store.
Yeah,
that's over
Old
there.
World
Old
is
Games.
closed.
Old World Games is right down the street from the Warhammer store over there.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, if our listeners, if you're wanting to come check out, what time does it start on Saturday?
I can tell you. It is. Hold on, I have it somewhere. Here it is. The event.
We're so focused on what time we need to be there to set up that
I know.
You said for you
Dice
guys, it's
roll
a different
at-
time. Yeah.
Saturday, the doors open at 7:30.
There you go. So, for our listeners, no, it's early. It opens at 7:30, but for our listeners, if you want to play competitively, and get a little taste, but not risk any money, pride, or emotional stability, this is the opportunity to come out and do it. So make yourself available this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday morning. Come out to Westworld, come out and play in the Green Banner Heroes Cup. And there's no pressure, there's no financial obligation. We just need some more bodies here to shake things up. We're gonna be like, oh man, you should have been in the tournament. You should have been in the teams, man.
that's how we get them in.
Exactly. You just sink your hooks in and pull them in.
It's funny. I feel like I already know a few people that I could convince to come on down. So I hope some kind of Sigmar miracle happens, because it does hurt having to buy, but it also that's a free win for somebody. Like
It is a free win. It just sucks because these are 3.5 hour rounds with the mini game, right? So it's like, luckily,
So every turn
there's a bar and food now, so like that helps.
Yes, there's a bar and there's food, and I feel like I saw some people even hobbying in between rounds. So I remember playing with Brennan.
Yeah, our last teammate Brennan was hobbying building.
He was building like colonial soldiers or something. It wasn't even Sigmar.
Yeah, and people bring like magic decks and that kind of stuff. There'll be people like, hey, you bring commander, let's do that in between. So just something to kind of cleanse the brain, cleanse the palate, so to speak, in between games.
My girlfriend's coming as just a spectator, and I told her, I was like, bring your army. Like, there's going to be buys, and you can play somebody. And so she loves the events. She came and spectated at Scorched Earth. She came and spectated at the 3-man team. Even just coming as like a spectator, because my girlfriend, she watched me and Robert play this ad nauseum, and then was like, okay, I understand what's going on. I want to do this. And then she piloted one of my armies, and she's like, this is cool, but I want something that's my own. So I showed her all the lore and all the books, and she's like, I want Doc. And Doc is in a really good place right now. We finished her 2,000-point army, and I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm great. I'm glad you're going to be able to come down there and be with me. And now that I know that there's these buys, I was like, yeah, there might be a chance for you to even get a game in yourself. My buddy Tanner, he wants to come down and spectate, and I'm like, hey, there might be an opportunity for you to play. He plays the Big Wall list, where it's like mixed Iron Jaws and Cruel Boys, and I was like, I don't ever see that. That's cool. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out to some people and see if they'll come down, because I didn't realize like that was the situation. So will that mean every round somebody will have a buy?
Yep, every round there will be 5 people that get a buy. So
is it just gonna be passed off, or is it gonna be like based off like worst ranking or something?
It'll be the bottom team. Whoever's the bottom team at that
we
point.
should set up
We'll get a buy. Let's go.
So random first.
And then we can count up our victories during the buys, and then we can have like the best of the buys. Who won the most during the buy round?
That should be its own mini game.
We'll give them a Best Buy gift certificate. Like, here's your Best Buy because you were the best during the buys.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
I like it.
That is actually hilarious.
Well, you know how you said earlier that Joel is like 90% of the work? That's this guy for me. He's 90% of the work. And then I'm just a personality, right?
Got the Best Buy card. I love that.
Yeah. I'm here for my ideas and my looks.
Love it.
But I think that's a really good way to like kind of close this out. But before we do like to close off with the closing section, and that's going to be our reckless reactions.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you guys some questions. You guys answer one at a time. No too deep thinking. Just kind of tell me what comes to heart, what comes to mind. right when I ask the question. All righty. So this is going to be our community question. This is going to be for Joel first. What's your favorite thing about the Arizona Age of Sigmar community right now?
Everyone's super chill. Everyone is super chill. Everyone acts like a family. I wouldn't want it any other way. Like I'm really happy with and it doesn't have to be just House of Hobbies. I'm talking about all of Arizona. Like everyone in the Age of Sigmar group is just super cool. I really have no problems with any of them. So
I've said this on the past I've said this on the pod in the past that the Age of Sigmar community in Arizona is so healthy. In neighboring states like Colorado and California and Utah and Texas, it's so healthy. And I felt like this podcast needs to be like the voice of the American Southwest. Like there's nobody talking about all of this going on right now. And like, yeah, that I couldn't agree with you more. Like you guys are like a family. And like I said, I've only been on the scene since March, but I feel like you guys just adopted me right in. And like not only do you expect to see me, but you're happy to see me. And I almost feel like I'm missing like the family get together when you guys have an event and everybody was there and they're talking about it the next week or in the Discord. And I get that FOMO, it starts building up. And that's how I knew I had to be in this team event, And I was like, how am I going to get 4 other people to do this with me if I can't even get Robert to do it with me? And it happened like instantly. You guys are like, give us 10 minutes. We'll find you at home.
I actually love that because that's 100% of what I felt like when Zach messaged. He's like, you should play. It's like it was one of those like, man, well, like all my friends are going to go play. I want to go play with my friends, So it is
really
very
cool
cool.
if you did.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I guess we could make it time. Especially you guys planned it all out super early. I think it was really good. I like that. How about you, Erica? What's your favorite thing about the Sigmar community out here?
I mean, I don't think I can say it any better than Joel did. The people make the community, and that is really the best part of playing AoS and being part of the AoS community, House of Hobbies or not. So yeah. Joel said it perfectly.
You need another person to play this game.
Agreed.
And you need more than one person because just playing one person isn't enough. You two probably played each other a billion times. Me and him have played each other a billion times.
We played each other at GTs.
Yeah.
There have been 90 plus people at a GT, and he and I get matched up together.
I love that. That's super respectable, though, that you guys take different teams and you guys still get paired together. I love that.
When you play each other, because I know when I play Robert, I really want to beat him.
Well, and you're not even married to him, so like, it's cutthroat when we play each other.
And I will say, most of the time, he's testing a hyper competitive list against me.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, he tested the boat list that he took as backup for the 3-man teams event.
Yeah.
I was beat on setup, man. Like he just wrecks my face half the time. So I look forward to playing RTTs so that I have a chance to I don't know, make it past round 1 because he kicks my butt like 99% of the time.
You know, it's funny. So we talked about that, me and Jesse were talking about like, hey, maybe we could play because we just jumped right into the GT with you guys, and it's like, cool, bro, everybody's really good. Is there like a light, like a less version? And we're like, oh yeah, let's try to sign up for an RTT. And then I look at the list and it's like, dude, these are the same guys we played on Friday. Oh man, I could already see it's not right.
On the bright side with that though, the more you play those type of people, the better you're gonna get. Like 100%. Exponentially. The more times I play Colton Cameron, the better I get. I've played Tom Guan 4 times now. The more I play, the better I get. So it's just, it's one of those things, especially with this group. And a lot of the times, I'll ask, I was playing Gavin. I was like, Gavin, is there anything I could have done at the end of this to be better? And Gavin, he's one of the best players in the world. And we'll sit down and go over it. Right. So it's this community, I feel like it's so much different than and I hate to put 40K in the bad boat, but I feel like you play someone good in 40K, you shake hands and you walk away.
Yeah.
Whereas
minority.
I think
Yeah.
whereas like in this group, you get beat by someone that's really good, and you'd be like, all right, well, what could I have done better? And you guys can sit and talk about it. And you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I could have done that. Oh, I could, that was the wrong move there. I should have done that. And like, people are here not to just beat you. Like, it's just to like, when I go and play someone, I want them to play well and increase their play style and be better at the game.
No one's
that's why we do it.
gatekeeping knowledge. It's everyone is super willing to be coached and willing to coach others.
Yeah.
My first game at Scorched was Jed. And I mean, that's like we have like I don't know if you guys listen here, we have a legend of Jed. Jed is the man, and
Jed is a legend for sure.
It is. And Soup Dude, like the nicest guy you could possibly meet, and he's just crushing me with corn. And I have no idea what I'm doing. And he's kind of like coaching me through some parts. He's like, well, you're going to run through here. Make sure you save one command point because you're going to have to power through here. Just hope you don't hit too hard. And he's like kind of telling me.
So like, nice. Yeah.
Telling me how to score. And as we're playing like a GT, which is super nice. I mean, he smashed me, but it's like, it was very cool. It is a super cool part of the community.
Yeah, I've probably played Jed more than any other person in Age of Sigmar. That's probably,
and you beat him.
And him what?
And you beat him?
We're about even. We're about even.
Let's go.
I bet I've probably played Jed 50 times.
Wow.
Probably. And we're probably about
like a personal nightmare of mine.
Yeah.
Stuck in a game loop.
You wake up and you're still playing Jed. You're like, no.
We play quite a bit. Before he got his new job, and that's why he hasn't been around a whole lot. We probably played 2 or 3 times a week, and we would go back and forth all the time. But we both lean on each other and like, hey, what could I have done there? Like, it's always good to have those type of matches and just kind of learn off of each other. It's just what makes you really good at the game. So
absolutely. I did that with Rick yesterday, and again, another House of Hobbies member. And yeah, those games are they're so enriching. Like, when you're playing casually, it's easy to kind of just not care. And when you're playing competitively, it's easy to overly care. But when you're doing like these little training, like, hey, what should I do here? What should I do there? When you're doing these like almost like a tutorial game of how I should be playing versus how we've been playing. It's just so enriching. And I've had that experience with Jed. I've had that with Zach and now Rick and Doug, all House of Hobbies members, all really cool personalities, all unique personalities. Not one of those people are exactly like the other person. So, I couldn't agree with you more, guys.
I like that. All right, let's start with our next question. This is going to be an event question. Start with Erica. What's been your favorite event that you've played so far? Played, hosted, that participated in?
I mean, Joel and I are going to probably say the same thing on this one. Old Town Throwdown Teams event.
Is that good, huh?
I'm telling you, I've been to LVO, I've been to Masters, I've been to a lot of events, and nothing is better than the team event at Old Town Throwdown.
It's well organized and it's super fun. But I think what feels the best about the event is the weekend as a whole. We travel together with multiple teams. We stay in the same Airbnb. We do a big like team dinner one of the nights. We this last time around we barbecued at the house, and people were playing extra games or just like talking strategy. It's a really cool way to be together and immersed in just kind of the nerdy fun community all weekend long. It doesn't just end with, okay, I'm done rolling dice now, we're on to the next thing. It's a whole weekend experience. So I think that's what makes it really cool. Is it's this like a big vacation with your House of Hobbies family and some of their plus ones, and it's just such a great time for the entire weekend.
Yeah,
nice. It sounds like a blast. What about you, Jesse? What's been your favorite event so far we played in?
Scorched Earth so far.
Scorched Earth was a blast.
Scorched Earth so far, just because like you always remember your first time, right? And I felt like Scorched Earth was my first time going from playing one dude to playing a whole community of dudes. Like after Scorched Earth, I rarely played Robert. and I was playing a lot of different people after that. And it's been kind of like my goal to try to meet every person that was there that I didn't get to play with and try to play with them. It's been my goal, like people who I've seen in the Discords always talking to be like, hey, I'll play you. You know what I mean? I want to get my name and face out there so that, Rolling Recklessly, the podcast, can be, at the forefront of people's minds when they're thinking about of playing and competing here in Arizona. Like, we do this thing, and we'll do it for this tournament too, where we kind of like give our thoughts and our take right before going into the tournament. And then we'll do the post-tournament one, the somber one.
The second one's usually sadder. Yeah. It's a lot more tears.
But our viewers really like those episodes. So like, I feel like it's a good way to from the outside look in, like, what's this like for an average Joe? Because again, experienced player and brand new player, but it gave us the same feeling going in. Like, the gates were opening and there was way more on the other side than we anticipated.
Yeah. 100% agreed. So I'm assuming Joel, Old Town Throwdown is where it's at. That's got to. Do I gotta put that on the bucket list? I gotta put that on the list.
It's definitely my favorite event for sure.
I've seen the murmuring in the Discord.
It's also like all the Cali guys that go to that. Like, it's a riot, man. Like, people are drinking and like yeah, there's a lot of
costumes, the acting.
Costumes. I mean, it's just,
my God,
people are drinking and just having it. Like, by the time you get to day 2, people are hammered and just rolling back. It's like it's literally just a fun time. It's just a fun time. Like, the entire
it's just all the dorks.
I mean, host is giving out prizes in a blow up frog costume.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
You're gonna have a good time. Like, it's really well run.
Yeah,
that sounds like that does sound like so much fun. I'm gonna have to put it on the list. We're gonna have to get a team ready, get our team Reckless legit ready.
Yeah. Or throw us on there with anybody who wants a maniac.
Give us 10 minutes. We can find you some people.
I know you can.
We know you can. Don't sign me up for that obligation. Like, my wallet's already hurting from this year in Sigmar.
I'm from California. I love California too, so I love going any reason to go back to. So yeah, absolutely, I would definitely be down to throw down.
Throw down in the old town. So, what popped in our next question is going to be a hobby question. Joel, what's one model you will never get rid of?
Ooh,
that's actually a good question.
I was excited to hear your response because I know you have so many. It's like, what's the one that's not going anywhere?
I wonder if Erica could guess this.
Let's hear.
Do you know the one model I wouldn't get rid of?
And then you got to do the same for her.
Yep.
Ooh.
I think there's one that I would never get rid of.
I mean, is it Archeon?
No, it's not Archeon. It's got a special place. Bellicor. It'd probably be Bellicor.
Oh, Bellicor.
So close.
It was close. You were close to the right action.
It's just such a cool model, man. I'd probably just keep Bellicor. Like, that model's cool rules, cool lore. Like, he's just awesome. Bellicor's awesome.
Yeah, especially like in a teams format, Bellicor's like super valuable. You know what I mean? You're like, who just needs to have this one thing to occur? Okay, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I love that. How about Joel? What do you think Erica's is?
Yeah,
I think he'll be better at guessing this.
You think so?
Is it a single model?
Ooh, I mean, technically, yes.
Okay. Not a unit.
Technically, yes. What could it be?
It's tough because they have every arm.
Oh, I know. I don't even have to. It's definitely Shadow Queen and Marathi.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, nice. Good, solid.
Yeah. Which shares a soul, so technically there's
one model. Yeah, it's one model.
Marathi and Shadow Queen lasted before index, or when they were indexed, they were one model, right? Like,
and that army. I mean, I came home from school one day and close to my birthday, and Joel was like, "Look, it's almost your birthday. Here's an army." and I played Doc religiously for like the next year. Took that to my first round at teams. But yeah, and it's so beautifully painted. It just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that would be the one.
Nice. I love that. Jesse, do you got one?
You know, it's crazy. It's a unit. All right.
Whoa, don't tell me. I'm going to guess it.
You gotta guess it.
I'll guess mine. Or I guess yours, and you got to guess mine.
They started something here.
All right. I'm guessing, is it one model or is it a unit?
It's a unit.
It's a unit. Is it Preclusions?
Close. No. It's Scorched Earth Open.
Oh, okay.
So you guys were talking earlier about Warcry being the first thing like you bought Age of Sigmar wise. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was just a box of models. So I bought the Warcry like band Quest or Soulsworn. These guys have been useful in every list I've made.
Oh, they're really good. They're really good. They're probably one of the best Warcry models in the game.
Agreed.
I mean, I feel like you can have one in your army, you can have three in your army, and you're going to do well. They've become my favorite models. I painted them really well. Again, it's like one of the first boxes I ever bought. So like, it's just cool that this cheap unit, because I think the box was like $35-$50.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't too expensive. This cheap unit has been utilized in every one of my armies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that if it's not that, then it's obviously a big dragon like Krondis or something.
That's a good call. That's a good call. What do you think it for me?
For you, I gotta say it's Durthu, bro.
It is 100% Durthu. It's 100% Durthu. I love my Durthu. Just so you know, I love Durthu. He's just such a cool unit, like such a cool model. I like kind of like refaced mine. I love Durthu so much.
Early Sigmar, like when I was like just running mostly battle line and like a few heroes, all my games are like avoiding Durthu. Like, how do I not go into this tree lord? So yeah, I knew that was your favorite one.
100%. It starts off like my 90% of my list building. It's like either the Krinoff brick or Durthu. That's how it starts, and it's like, where are we going to work from here? Well, what are the tactics?
Yeah, I like how you have the secret tactic of don't go anywhere near him.
That's exactly That's my first question. I ask everybody too. I'm like, well, do you know what Durthu does? And they're like, oh, I know he hits hard. I'm like, yep, that's what he does. He hits hard.
Sure. Yeah.
So for this one, I like this one. What's one piece of advice? I'm going to ask this to you, Erica. What's one piece of advice you would give a brand new person attending a tournament?
For the first time.
First time.
Ooh.
Should have asked her 7
Visit the website AoS Reminders.
Love the plug.
There is no monetization off of this website, let me tell you. But for me, I have to have notes. It doesn't matter if it is the first time I've played the army or the 100th time I've played the army. For me, that's like my security blanket. I am, in education. I'm a note taker. I like having everything laid out. And so, going through those AoS reminders, and then I format and combine things and all that kind of stuff. But you can just straight up go into AoS reminders, plug in your units, plug in the spell lore that you're using and the manifestations that you're using, and it will spit out everything, including the core rules. So you have the ability to literally have a play-by-play, phase-by-phase, this is what you need to do. And it just helps you stay organized without having to flip through a book or constantly look at different things in an app. So it's super handy.
AOSreminders.com?
Yeah, we're going to have to check this out because this is the first time I've heard of this.
Well, Joel can tell you more because this is an interesting story here. It started with someone else who was, managing all of, the coding for it. And then when we hit this edition, he was like, I'm not going to update this anymore. And Joel was like, uh-oh, maybe I should start updating this. So Joel, do you want to tell him what you do for that?
Is this like a Wikipedia thing where you can just jump in and adjust all of it?
Yeah, I need to probably go back through it. Every single time a new FAQ comes out, a new battle tome comes out, I spend the time to write in every single rule into AoS reminders, so that way, if people ever go there, they can. For me, for a person that likes to play a lot of different armies all the time, it helps me because I can just throw it on AoS reminders and it tells me how to play the game. And I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I'm the sole entity that puts in every single rule on that AoS reminders. So probably
Very
too
nice.
much time. What?
So
Very
if any of our listeners are using AOS reminders, go ahead and send a Hershey kiss out to Joel here, because that isn't a tremendous amount of work. Every rule for
It's a
every
lot of
army.
coding on the back end, and every time a book comes out, he is sitting there for hours making sure everything gets updated. So he's put in an insane amount of work to that. It's easy to see why the person who had it before didn't want to keep it going, because it's a huge investment.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Man, that's awesome that you're out here doing this. Like, dude, growing the community. I love it. That's what a House of Hobbies has been since you guys have started, right? Like, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's Joel, what's your favorite piece of House of Hobby history you'll never forget?
Ooh.
I think it's a good
You're getting deep with these, brother.
I know it's a good solid
What's my
question.
favorite House of Hobbies
Moment.
history?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear you drop some lore knowledge on us.
I don't know if there's like one particular one. So we like to do like once a year, whether it's at LVO or teams, we like to do like a team dinner. And those are always fun because you get like 13, 14 people just sitting at a table, just chit chatting and having fun. And I think that's kind of like what we strive to do, is just build everyone and grow the family as it is. So I would say that. I don't know if there's like one specific moment. I'm always very thankful that we have the people that we do. The amount of things that are like, yeah, I do a lot of work for, AOS reminders and tournaments and stuff like that, but there's a lot of people in our group that do a lot. Autumn does all of our art stuff. Ben 3D prints literally everything. I owe that.
Oh, Cameron and Matt and that crew, they did a whole bunch of terrain pieces and
my God, yes.
It's everyone's chipping in constantly.
It feels like everyone's kind of bringing something to the table.
Johnny's our new transport now.
Except for that Jed guy. I don't know about that Jed guy. I don't know about him. No, I feel like everyone kind of brings something to the table for this. So like, while it's not like a moment or something, I'm like super thankful for the group we have. I would not ask for anything else. So just growing that and continuing to do that. But I would say, as far as history, is just growing the group that we have. That's nice. What I would say.
There's no like standout like tournaments or anything that really come to mind that you'll never like forget?
I would love to say Masters, but we won't talk about it.
Have you won it all before, Joel? Have you ever won a tournament, like came first place?
Oh, many times. Like RGTs and stuff, yeah. Many times.
It's doable then. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
But I also like that says something right there. Like, he's not talking about like, oh, the most amazing thing is when I won.
Yeah,
like that's the mentality of the group.
For
like,
sure.
Standing on top of the podium is great, but it's really the feeling of being together. And every new member that decides to join House of Hobbies, every new couple that comes to something or dives into the hobby, like that is what makes it really worthwhile, not a trophy or a placement.
For sure, yeah.
No, I like that. That was actually like a really good answer. That was better than I was expecting. How about you, Erica? What about you? Is there like a good key moment that really stands out to you? I know it's going to be hard to outshine Joel. That was a good answer.
I know, right? Like, he's taken all the really good answers. No, I think for me, I'm kind of in this like mindset where we're starting to see more ownership and more activity, that members are taking initiative to do things within our group. So I think I'm kind of the mentality that the best is yet to come. And so I'm really looking forward to, coming up this next month. Shout out to Ben and Zach. They were, talking about, we should do a team retreat We absolutely love traveling together. And the fact that you can put 16 people in one Airbnb and nobody rips each other's heads off. It's, yeah, I mean, it's, we just have so much fun together. And so, you know, coming up, we're going to be doing a team retreat and, you know, spending the weekend, or people can come for a day if they want to, and just kind of hanging out, being chill, playing a whole bunch of different games. And that was, you know, just some of our members coming forward and saying, hey, can we do this? Do we want to do this? Does anybody else want to do this? And so I think, you know, again, the best is yet to come. We're watching the expansion of different games. We're getting bigger and bigger with the tournaments that we host. And so I think the trajectory that we're on is just, it's great.
No, man, that's two great answers. I love that like a lot, because you're like, I'm not worried about the history.
Yeah.
We did what we did. I'm worried about what's going to happen. And I think you guys are right, man. Like you guys are growing. Like I said, when I think about Arizona Age of Sigmar, House of Hobbies is right there with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, you know, I'm on board with everything you guys are doing. You guys have supporters through the Rolling Recklessly podcast and its members. We're a small outfit, and we don't have a big name yet, but we just like being involved. We like being the guy in the corner right now.
Yeah.
Like we like just seeing this all unfold, and it's really exciting. It's really vindicating for us who felt so alone in this. You know, like when it was just me and him playing, and then we had a small group coming. But you know how it is when you're bringing people up from nothingness. You start on a spearhead, and then you build your way to 2,000 points. And we had got to the point where we were playing 1,000-point games, but then like we hit this like wall where we couldn't push past that and get everyone to 2,000 points, get everyone playing regularly, and everything kind of fell apart. And it was almost like discouraging a little bit. It was like, oh man, everything we built at this store, all of our peers that we had to play with every week, it's all just gone, and it's back to just me and Robert. And then we went to Scorched Earth, and everything has been different since. So yeah, we can't guarantee we'll be at everything, but when there is an opportunity, we definitely want to know. And we're so happy to be in your guys' Discord. And if you are a person in Arizona or neighboring states and you want to learn more about playing Age of Sigmar, other than listening to our podcast, do you guys have a website that they can go to?
Yeah, we definitely have. If you want to do the AoS reminders, you just go to ahouseofhobbies.com and you'll find the link there. We have that. We have our YouTube. It's a little outdated now because we haven't. I'm still working on trying to find someone who's going to run that. We also have our Discord.
Me and you.
I think we can.
Yeah. Hey. We also have our Discord, which is anyone's able to come join. It's a House of Hobbies.
And we're constantly talking, lists, different, armies that are in a good spot in the meta. We're constantly talking about,
video
leaks
games
that are coming up,
like all kinds of stuff. We talk about all kinds of stuff. It's pretty active. So
yeah,
and there's never a dumb question. So if you got a question, you can pop it in there. And there's great people that are going to give you some responses. Maybe a little snarky from time to time. There are some good memes in there.
Yeah. You guys, your Discord is very active. And like I wake up super early in the morning, and man, people are already in there. Like I wake up at 4, so it's like, and it's 4 a.m. Bro, the Discord's moving. People are talking. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
They'll be in there until late at night too. Like I'll be talking to people till midnight.
Yeah. So you guys' Discord is super big. But I think that's a great way to end the show. Before we like to close things out, I like to give every guest an opportunity to give like some shout outs, give some recognition, man. I'm sure you guys have plenty of people that you guys want to shout out.
For me, just shout outs. Just again, thank you everyone that is in the House of Hobbies crew. Keep doing what you're doing. We've only got more things to come. So, also shout out to Green Banner, who's hosting and gave us the opportunity to host this. Big shout out to Gamers Guild. Geez, also a huge opportunity to be at the biggest game store in North America, right? So just shout out to all those people that make this happen and give us the chance to put our name out there. So
yeah, to John, who's TOing this weekend. So
okay, yeah.
Thank you, John. Went through all the list, right? That sounded like there was like some drama there. I like that.
No. We always appreciate. So that's one of the things Joel always appreciates, when other people step into TO so he can play. And we kind of rotate through who's gonna TO for big events so that everyone gets a chance to play, and it's never the same person. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm gonna be cheesy for a minute. I've got to shout out Joel. If he hadn't have said years ago, hey, I played with these vampires when I was in middle school, maybe we should look at Warhammer, I would not be here right now.
He started the journey.
Seriously. And like, if he hadn't have said, hey, let's go check this out. And he's really been the one, to 90% of the plastic we have in our house is all him. He's just, I'm here because he's here. And I don't just say that because I'm like the tag along wife. It's because he's really motivated and inspired me, along with a lot of other people, to get into the hobby more and to be more active within the community.
Yeah, Joel, I don't know if you realize it or not, but you are a good figurehead for this stuff. Like, you're super approachable. You're not like imposing on the tabletop, even though I'm sure you could make yourself that way. You know, I've talked to you since that tournament, Scorched Earth, every time I've seen you, and it feels like we've known each other forever. So yeah, brother, like I couldn't agree with more with the shout out. You guys, both of you, are doing such a good job and such a good thing for the AoS community here in Arizona and the neighboring states. Just, yeah. Bravo.
Yeah, I like that. I do want to give a big shout out to obviously both you guys, man. Thank you for taking the time to jump on. It's really hard to like set, we just sat here and talked for 2 hours. So I do, and you guys, I know you guys are super busy, and you've got RTTs to plan and GT's the plan. So I thank you guys, man, for jumping on and just hanging out with us. Again, your team's been super, super inviting to us. You really gave us a home when me and Jesse really we were kind of lost in that little moment, and man, you guys really kind of swooped us up and like took care of us. Mm-hmm. So big shout out to you guys. Yep. Big shout out House of Hobbies, obviously, everybody, all the team, all the squad, man. All you guys are a blast to play.
Yeah.
One day I'll be Jed and I'll be so happy.
Moral victory.
Yeah. I want to shout out to our team. Our team is all House of Hobbies. Shout out Ben, shout out Bree, shout out Johnny. Super hyped to see you guys, super hyped to play with you guys. We had our little team call last night, man, and it went on for hours. It was a blast. I'm not gonna lie, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I've never had so much fun like staring at like a PDF file and like the spreadsheet. I'm like, this is how I know I'm like an old man now. Like, this is safe.
I felt like that meme with Charlie where he's like looking at the board. He's like, this is what we need to be doing.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'd like to give a few shout outs. I want to shout out to Rick from House of Hobbies for helping me practice my army right before tournament day. Thank you, Rick, if you're listening, man. You were so much fun. And if you guys have played Rick, you should know he's the conversion king. And he's playing Siege.
The Lord of Change.
So he's already a greater Lord of Change in my eyes. It felt like he knew what the dice were going to do.
Yeah.
Fate-wise.
It's like almost like he planned it out.
But yeah, I love Rick, man. He's such a good guy. Shout out to Doug. When we played in the RTT over at Athoria Games, that was so much fun. Brennan, who is a shop manager over at Athoria, he was our team member in the 3-man team. So again, everything just always seems to just interlace and connect at some point. If I've played somebody, they've played you, or they've seen you, or everybody is connected. It's like a Mandela effect or something.
It's like you guys got like your House of Hobbies closet and everything out here. I love it.
Yeah, you got your dirty paw prints on everything.
More to come.
Yeah, shouts out to Tanner and Dave. These are some players that I've been playing with over at Hobby Forge. That's kind of over West Valley side. That's where I played Rick. It's a really nice little shop. It doesn't have a ton of space, but it's got like 6 tables, and every time I've gone, I've had a fun time playing Age of Sigmar over there. So yeah, that'll be my shouts out. Shouts out to Warhammer wives who are coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
The Warhammer spectators coming out this weekend. It's one thing to actively participate in this all weekend, but to actively spectate all weekend, thank you, Allie. Shouts out to Allie. That's what I'm really talking to right now.
Hey, they got to bring the cheerleading crew, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. If I want to lose, I want to lose in front of my family.
It makes victory that much sweeter.
Yeah.
So when we go by with our 1-4, with our one win being the bye, it's like, let's go.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, kids, let's get out of here. Dad's a loser.
Oh.
All right. I just want to give you guys one last big thank you, man. Thank you guys for hopping on. I really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow the show and share it with a friend. Share it with your play group. You can find us over at Instagram at rolling_recklessly_podcast. You can find us over at YouTube, where you are probably watching us now, at Rolling Recklessly. And then if you'd like to continue the conversation, you can come join us at the Rolling Recklessly Discord or jump in the House of Hobbies Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're super active on there. You guys have a super active Discord. If anybody else, man, we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's conversation, who you'd like to hear more on the show next. We're really trying to grow that AoS scene and really trying to put a face on it. Mm-hmm. Again, last time, thank you guys so much. You got anything to close out, Jesse?
No, thank you, House of Hobbies. Thank you, Gamers Guild. Thank you, Green Banner. Thank you, all of the participants who are coming out this weekend. Just thank you, guys. Anyone listening, thank you for this community. At this stage in my life, it's hard to, identify myself with a fad or a culture right now. You know what I mean? I'm not a stoner like I was as a teen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're not some thrash rocker on a skateboard anymore. This is the perfect hobby to grow old into. And it just feels good to be vindicated in such a way by so many of my peers of being like, hey, I'm just as obsessed. I'm worse than you. And I'm like, okay. That makes me feel a lot better. So, yeah, thank you, guys. Thanks for being on the podcast. It was a pleasure. This is probably one of my favorite episodes now.
This is definitely going to be one of my favorite episodes.
Awesome. That's good to know. Thank you.
No, that's going to be a blast, man. But until next time, may your crits be high, your paint never dry, and your rolls ever reckless.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to Rolling Recklessly, where the battle lines meet the sky. May your crits be high, may your paint never dry, and your rolls be ever reckless. Oh, yeah. Your rolls be ever reckless. Roll 'em if you got 'em.